and a very warm welcome to this year-ender special episode of The Money Show. This is literally going to be the last episode of The Money Show of the year 2020, and our theme that we've decided to pick on today is moving your money management processes digital. Be it investing, be it saving, be it spending. These are the three aspects of money that we on The Money Show aim to bring to you every single day. And now we're going to get into the nitty-gritties of how moving all of these aspects of money management to your smartphone can help you essentially in managing it in a better manner. Today, thanks to startups, thanks to technology, there are a plethora of tools and instruments available for you to monitor where you're spending your money, how your investments are doing, and of course, how much are you managing to save from your monthly or yearly income. And that's really going to be the theme of the show. Furthermore, let's also first start off with investments, because we usually start off with the world of investing, the opportunities out there, where should you invest, how should you invest, how much should you invest, so on and so forth. And when we speak of investing, the one thing that's really been witnessed in 2020 is how traders and investors have wholeheartedly adopted apps like Upstox, Zerodha, and even apps that pertain to your regular brokerage firms. In fact, here's a very special report on how even mutual fund investing has become such an easy process thanks to these apps. Take a look at this special report.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks, but they are no longer subject to paperwork and processes. Mutual fund houses have now launched their own mobile applications that do away with documentation and commissions too. Companies like Zerodha, Grow, ATM Money have all launched a platform dedicated to mutual funds. Investors can buy and redeem mutual funds at the click of the button. However, these apps do more than just provide a buy or redeem platform. Investors can manage all their mutual funds, do SIPs, lump sum investments, even convert regular mutual funds to the direct plan. Take for example Grow. Investors can pick their funds, punch in the amount they want to invest, and also set a billing date. It also helps investors keep track of their mutual fund portfolio across all AMCs, even if you have not bought the mutual funds via its platform. Some apps take personal finance planning a step further, providing you with customized financial planning solutions. The Neo Money app lets you state your goals, whatever they may be, from retirement to buying a luxury car. Punch in the amount required to achieve the goal and the time you have in hand for that particular goal. The app then curates a mutual fund portfolio for you, considering your amount and the timeline to help you achieve the stated goal, and you can start an SIP then and there. Buying MFs or redeeming them, starting an SIP or pausing them, all of it can now be done anytime, anywhere. And with apps providing you a holistic picture of your personal finances, your financial journey can now take a fully digital path. Mubina Kapasi for ET Now.
Take forward this entire process of taking your investments online, using digital platforms to manage your investments, your stocks, your mutual funds in a better fashion. And like I said, we're going to be talking about each of these topics. So first up, I'm going to be talking about the topic of investment. And I have with me a very special guest, Ravi Kumar, the co-founder and CEO of Upstox, which has become the second largest platform for traders, the most popular platform, in fact, for traders. The number of subscribers to Upstox have zoomed. They've doubled in just a matter of 5 to 6 odd months in this last year. And of course, it also boasts of marquee and noteworthy investors like none other than Ratan Tata. So Ravi, thank you so much for joining us today on ET Now. Season's greetings from all of us here at ET Now to you and the team at Upstox. So to start with, Ravi, tell us about what is the best part of having your entire Demat statement on your fingertips or on your palm. Just tell us about why it is essentially very passe now to have to wait for Demat statements and your broker to perhaps email you statements of how your portfolio did.
First of all, thank you so much for having me on the show, Mubina. It's a pleasure to be here, especially on the last day of the year. So I think, look, the country has progressed. Our entire industry has completely progressed to becoming digital and paperless. And firms such as Upstox have really advanced, the bar and really pushed the bar up in terms of making everything pretty much 100% paperless and digital. So at least at Upstox, you can open up an account fully digitally. You can transact, you can research all on your phone in the palm of your hands, and the cost of placing a trade through our platform is as good as zero fees if you do what's called a delivery trade for investments, and even for intraday trades, it's as low as 20 rupees per order. And like you said, right, like viewing your statements online and looking at different analytics and charting, everything is done in a very, very easy to use manner. And, I think that just also speaks of just how far the country has come. I think especially on the back of things like Aadhaar-based onboarding and internet penetration being what it is today. The entire consumer fintech space has really just sped up, and we're, I would say, in many ways, global leaders. The industry is really pushing the boundaries as to how much you could do in a fully digital format. And it's beautiful. It's a wonderful thing. And the customer benefits ultimately, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's also amazing is how the entire cost of investing as well has been brought down thanks to these apps. So let's understand, and a whole host of our viewers still use your traditional Demat accounts, in managing their stocks, their portfolio, so on and so forth. So let's say if someone is interested in, using the Upstox app to maintain their entire investment portfolio, how can one transfer their current Demat account, their paper investments to this app-based format?
Right. So unfortunately, the transferring process is still paper. It's still non-digital. It involves paper, but it's fairly easy to do. So and there's two ways of doing it. If you want to also keep your existing Demat account open with your existing brokerage house, you would simply open up an account with Upstox and go to your existing broker and just tell him, tell the firm that you want to transfer shares over to your new Upstox Demat account. And there's something called a DIS form that you have to fill. And within about 3 days or so, the process should be complete. The other path is for you to close down your existing brokerage Demat account and completely transfer everything over to Upstox, which again is unfortunately involves some paper, but it's fairly easy to do.
Okay, that's good to know. I do want to sort of ensure that I get this one query that at least I have in my mind. When we have something easily available on our smartphone or anything that's very convenient for us to procure, the tendency to sort of indulge in that is a bit more. So if I know that yes, I have the ability for me to be able to trade on my smartphone anytime, anywhere, even if let's say I have a totally different job, I have a 9-to-5 job going on that may be nothing related to stock markets, I have this tendency to constantly keep monitoring it, and I'm sure many viewers do. However, we do know that for somebody who's not a trader by profession, it's not a great idea really to take some very risky F&O positions, etc. So how do you recommend individuals don't go too crazy in the world of trading and take on board more risk, because trading is a risky activity at the end of the day?
It's a fantastic question, and my the answer I give to everybody that asks me this question is, first of all, do a lot of research, do a lot of learning, educate yourself on the markets, on the type of companies that you'd be interested in buying, on the sectors that you'd be interested to invest in. Learn more about the national economy, about global macro politics. All this will play in, and when you place your trade, when you invest, you'll be better equipped, better armed to ensure that this is the right decision that you made. And from a tool standpoint, I think more traditional tools like just keeping a journal, what's called a trading journal, is very powerful. And there are ways of doing that in the digital world as well. But just logging why you got into this trade, why you made this investment decision, what was your investment thesis. These are all great ways of ensuring that you don't get out too early or too late, and it keeps you disciplined. So I think building discipline is very, very important. And, just like working out, you have to just keep at it. You have to train. And I think education is also very, very key. The online, you have so many resources nowadays to just keep learning and more and more. The other thing I would also advise is, buy into sectors and companies that you're passionate about and that you're aware of and that you know enough about before you actually place that trade, so that if some price goes up or down very rapidly, you kind of know the basis for why that happened.
Okay, so that's of course about individual stocks, individual trading. In fact, what I'm going to ask my producer to also check in if we have this wonderful report actually that we had prepared on how stock market trading had come a beautifully long way from the ring-based trading, where we used to have like this coterie of individuals jostling in the trading ring, shouting out trades, shouting out gestures, and now of course all you need is your smartphone. So here's a very interesting report, in fact, on that dramatic shift that we've witnessed in buying and selling of shares. Take a look.
From the trading floor to the mobile screen, from gestures and actions to a few taps on the cell phone, buying and selling of shares has not just been digitized but gone DIY too. Share trading in the 90s involved a chaotic coterie jostling in the trading ring to get the best deal for their clients. But at the beginning of the millennium, the process was digitized. Transparency increased, execution time improved. WhatsApp replaced telephones, but now mobile apps are replacing traditional brokers. Where earlier, individuals with 9-to-5 jobs and businesses to take care of would get a limited amount of time to trade, mobile trading apps facilitated the anytime, anywhere trading convenience. Motilal, Angel, IIFL have all launched their own trading apps. What's more, brokerage apps like Zerodha, Upstox now offer their platform to traders and investors at zero or minimal cost, thus making trading not just convenient but cheap as well. Many of them have now even upgraded their models to allow for the more complex futures and options trading. Now couple this delightful concoction of cheap cost and convenience with the mouth-watering rally witnessed in the Nifty 50, which has caught everyone's attention. Nobody wanted to be left out in what seems to be an easy way to make money. This has led to a surge in the number of Demat accounts opened and also a more sizable increase in the number of active subscribers with these broking apps. So don't be surprised if you find your friendly neighborhood shopkeeper, your kid's teacher, maybe even your driver engaged in their mobile phones, buying options, shorting stocks, reading charts, with WhatsApp and YouTube as their mentors and just a few taps on these apps. Mubina Kapasi for ET Now.
All right. Well, now that we've spoken about share trading, Ravi, what I would like to now take up with you is mutual funds. In fact, that's something that we opened the show with as well. Mutual fund investing too now has gone totally DIY. We have some tools that are available which essentially curate a portfolio of sorts for you. So tell us a bit about that. Again, traditionally for a very long time, even I had my SIPs that were being done via a broker. I did not have an app, and I feel like this is something that is newer than trading. So tell us a bit about how this entire app-based mutual fund investing works.
So it's all gone digital, DIY, like you just mentioned, and it's extremely simple to use. And you can transfer your mutual fund units from your existing offline, more traditional mutual fund Demat account over to a digital, platform such as ours very, very easily. And you can select mutual funds. Everything is low cost or free in many, many, many ways. So the whole process has just become so simple, Mubina, and it's wonderful. It's made investing accessible across asset classes, and people from all walks of life can now open up an account and invest wisely all through their phone. So at very, very low cost. So I think it's a beautiful thing for the country and for the people. It of course, as interest rates in the country keep dropping, equity markets are one of the best sources of wealth creation known to man. So, and India being, the fastest growing economy in the world, it's very important for the average person on the street to actually be able to invest in our own economy. And mutual funds and stocks and other products are a great way to get started.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think there's another thing that I hope all of our viewers do take note of, and that is that when you will be investing in mutual funds DIY, you will not have essentially any mutual fund advisor. You'll directly be buying. So yes, the returns will be better because you will not have to pay that that fee. But I think it's something that is worth cautioning for our viewers. I just want to know one thing, Ravi, that can I know now, thanks to this app-based mutual fund investing, can I know the NAV of my entire mutual fund portfolio at any given time?
Yeah, for sure. So, platforms such as ours at Upstox, we allow you to view your overall, portfolio value at any given point in time. And it's very, very easily accessible. The NAV, I think, is more a term used for individual folios. But if you have, multiple folios from different AMCs, you can view like your consolidated overall report very, very easily accessible. And this is one of the beauties of going digital, right? A digital platform such as ours, we invest a lot of time, a lot of money into ensuring that you have, a wonderful digital user experience all through your phone. So, viewing things like your portfolio statements and how you're progressing, how your portfolio is doing is one of the things that we focus a lot on.
So clearly people are taking note of this, Ravi. What sort of an increase have you seen in subscribers at Upstox?
Oh, it's been crazy. So the past year has been fantastic for us. I think like the entire industry. We routinely open about 200,000, about 2 to 3 lakh Demat accounts per month currently. We're the second largest broker in the country. And it is growing faster and faster. I think people are starting to see the value in the equity markets, and we've been kind of positioned as a platform of choice for many to just begin participating. But growth metrics wise, yeah, we've been growing. We've doubled our number of accounts in the past 4 months. Since the beginning of 2018 to now, we've grown 15 times. We have about 2.3 million customers in our platform, and we're adding about 250,000 a month. So it's been great. This year's been great for us.
Ravi, thank you so much for joining us today on ET Now. It's been a pleasure, and I hope that the forthcoming years are at least better than 2020 for you and for everybody in your family.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year, Mubina. Take care.
Okay, folks, we'll take a very short break. Meantime, on the show, we'll be back with more.